So we're building on the previous amplifier, all about feeling safe to receive. And this is another Esther Hicks. I love Esther Hicks. If you haven't ever followed her, Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks. Oh, I've learned so much from their books, Ask and You Will Receive. I've loved all of their YouTube videos. I love them. If ever I'm feeling low, I will pop on an Esther Hicks and I always receive something. And this was one that I absolutely loved. And as I said, it's building on the previous one about being feeling safe to receive. And she always says, you've got to be ready. You've got to be ready to be ready to be ready to be ready. So I want you to get ready. Get ready for the fact that everything that you have absolutely asked for on your manifestation list is going to come with you. I also remember listening to Michael McIntyre's autobiography, and he was excellent. He said everything he did was a dress rehearsal for the big time. For the big time when he was invited to go and speak at the Palladium at Christmas in front of the Queen. And he said, so many people said to him, are you not nervous? And he just said, no, because everything up until my life for the last 20 years has been a dress rehearsal for this. Standing in front of the audiences when they've laughed at me, when they haven't laughed at me. He said, I've perfected everything so that I'm ready for this. This is the pinnacle of my career. So I want you to think about that. Think about Esther Hicks and the Get Ready to Be Ready. Think about the wonderful Michael McIntyre. Everything that you're doing today is a dress rehearsal for everything that you've asked for. So it's start rehearsing now. Get ready. Everything is coming to you. It's for you. It's happened. It's done in the future. So you have to be ready for it. You don't know when it's going to land. So be ready. So if you are manifesting a healthier, fitter, healthier, lovelier, whatever it is, body that you want, then get ready for that. It's about going through all of your wardrobe and clearing everything out that doesn't fit or that just doesn't make you feel good. Clear out the wardrobe so you've got space for your new clothes. So clear out a space where you're going to be doing your workouts or your gym. Clear your schedule so that you know that that's what you're going to be doing. Look at yourself in the mirror and talk to yourself as though you love yourself. I could talk for hours on that one, but that was one of the biggest things that I could ever do is change the way you see yourself and start to love on yourself, and you'll start to look after yourself. Wear the clothes that you feel good in now. Love yourself now. It's a dress rehearsal for loving yourself in the future. If you don't change that, you won't change it in the future either. If you want more love in your life, then it's about creating the space in your life for that wonderful person to come in. Or if you want more love in the current relationship you have, start to practice that now. Create more love around you with images of couples, of loving space. If you don't have a couple, you probably read The Secret or heard The Secret, and she talks about sleep on one side of the bed. Clear the space so that there's space and room in your life for someone, not just physically, but also in your diary. Have you got space to have a relationship and that time with someone else? Speak to your current partner right now with appreciation and love now. Just switch the gears. One of the best things I ever did in my marriage was to do that. I started to see fault in everything that James was doing. And if you've worked with me, you will have heard me talk about my badger book. I got a tiny little book and it had a badger on the front because that's what I call him. And I started to focus on all the good. Rather than focusing on the bad, I focused on all the good because what you focus on grows. So you can do something like that. If you want more clients and more money, like we talked about in the previous one, it's about clearing the space in your diary and practicing as if you had that business now. Get everything ready to receive it. Get your contracts ready, your payments, your finances, everything. Get your codes of conduct written beautifully. Set up the systems that you'll need. Create the space, create the content, create the program. How are you going to do it before they arrive? Invest in the support before you need it. It's so helpful. One of the best things I ever did was invite a team to come in and help me. I was at that tipping point where it was, I can't do everything. I'm going to need some help. In order for me to welcome more clients and support them and to keep that level of service, I need someone to help me with some of the admin that I'm doing. And it felt so difficult at the time, but it was so the right thing to do because the minute I welcomed the support, I had an influx of clients. So get ready to be ready for what it is that you have asked for. What can you do? If that was to land today, whatever it is that you've asked, what would you need to do in order to be ready? And what can you do in advance to prepare yourself to know that it's done, that it's about to happen, and it's going to be amazing?